what I gotta do at that time.
Think about it for a minute now.
You know what?
Food you ate.
No, I'm thinking about um like the animals I dissected in school.
Why?
I told you when I get bored, there's nothing that I can think of. My brain just picks like certain memories. Just think about it. Sixth grade, I dissected a worm. I didn't even think that was possible because it was just so small. And none of us knew we were looking at. Everything in there was just all pink and stuff.
I would put that over. I would looking at you like, do you see them? Yeah, right there. I would look the same. Like I probably done cut all the way through the damn thing.
And then in seventh grade, we dissected a frog.
I'm telling you what you can see though. Them guppies, them little minnows. You know how granddaddy had them little minnows, them little fish out there. You be about to go fishing.
Mm-hmm.
Got them little fish in that bucket. Me and Aunt Meeting be out there playing doctor on them. She did. She was twisted as a child. She was like a serial killer. She used to get a razor blade and everything and cut them things open. I'm gonna tell you what I did one time though. That bucket, the bucket made of styrofoam.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't notice. I poured some gasoline in the bucket, in the water with the fish. I poured some gasoline in.
Why?
I don't know. The bucket just started saying, pop. Like the bucket itself, the styrofoam bucket itself, it just started like breaking down or whatever. And then it just, I was like, oh. I'm gonna get beat. Oh, I'm about to get beat. So the bucket just started, I just started like breaking down and stuff. And I know it killed the fish, it killed the minnow, it killed them in like seconds. But then I could have like said that the fish died or whatever, and, thrown them out. But the bucket itself, like disintegrated. I was just like, oh my God. So I don't know what I did with the bucket. I think I threw the bucket away or something. And then that made it even worse because he was like, where that bucket at? Where's that bucket? I was like, what happened? It had broke. It broke. It had broke and I just threw it away. What is he doing over there? I was just like, I ain't got nothing else. I don't know what to tell you, man. Let's just get on with this beating. I ain't got nothing else. I used to do stuff all the time. No reason. Then after I do it, I'd be like, why did I do that? Like, oh, I know I'm gonna get beat. Oh, why did I do it? I used to be the devil. That's all I used to say. The devil. Oh, Mom, you see that over there? Like, I gotta do something like, what is that? Go over there and see what it is. Go over there, pick it up, and be like, what would have happened if I put this in? And I just be out there by myself. Like, we used to have a bunch of stuff on the carport. He had all kind of chemicals and sprays, and it was just all kind of stuff like that. I just be like, I remember just coming outside sometimes. Like, I used to just come out the porch. I used to stand on the porch and just look over there and be like, what am I gonna do today?
Like Phineas and Ferb. When they be sitting by that tree, I wonder when let's do this.
I gotta put him in the science classes. I gotta put him in the science lab. I just do stuff all the time, but why you gotta recognize? You have a kid, you gotta pay attention to the stuff they do. I probably could have been a famous scientist. I probably could have cured so many diseases and stuff by now. I don't really like messing with people like bodies and stuff. I probably could be doing something like what Nene doing or something. Like kind of
What is she doing?
do something with chemicals and make some kind of she make some she made I think she do something like make plastics or whatever, but it take you gotta know how to mix the chemicals and stuff, like to get the right properties in the plastic, the film or whatever. I think she like but she an engineer. She like formulate the stuff to make I don't know. Just whatever kind of new plastics or new applications and stuff they trying to come out for, she figure out how to make the plastic, make the stuff to make whatever they make. Gotta be smart to do it. She real smart.
And then, so we dissected that frog, 7th grade. And one girl, she was always quoting slogans at people. She was a vegetarian and she was getting sick and hurried to stop everything and run out the classroom.
She get sick. I would say we're not gonna eat it.
And then there's another
I
girl.
was like, we're not gonna eat it. Yes, she wants to. Now you guys act like you touching with this thing, you lick this thing. That's what I would have did to her. I know I would have did. It's good. I can't. I hate you.
We could take this home and fry it. Fried frog legs. Like you be eating frogs. And then there was another. She this real big black girl.
Better stop talking about people.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. She's tall, and she had some weight on her, and she was black.
If she dark skin, or you should say dark skin, you say black. So she was dark skin.
But she had this weirdest voice. Like you could tell she was faking the voice. I don't know why.
So she think it make her sound small.
My name's.
You try to talk like that.
She was just.
She had to have something kind of. She had to have something special about her.
And then like whenever Miss Ulmer was our principal for the whole entire grade, Miss Ulmer would be making us go outside, and it'd be real like it's hot. I don't know what you're talking about. And then it'd be hot outside, like it'd be scorching, and we'd be trying to find like excuses to stay inside. We going to the media center, be hanging out with teachers at lunch, cause we don't want to go outside in the sun. Pulling her jacket over her waist. It's so cold.
I'm like, you so retarded.
But we was dissecting the frogs, and she was just making all these weird comments about the little juice that it was sitting in to keep it preserved or something like that. And she was just saying a whole bunch of stuff, and then I forgot what she did, but she just like she had like some kind of outburst, some kind of meltdown over the frogs. I don't know, but she had to get out the classroom too. And then in this past year in 8th grade, we dissected a cow eyeball. Now, that was nasty. That was really, really nasty.
I bet it was. All that gush.
Now, some of the eyeballs had eyelashes on them. The eyeball that me and my partner was dissecting had eyelashes on it. It was so nasty. We was over here. We had our gloves on, but it's like for some people, the juice would get on the gloves, but it would like you could feel your finger being wet and stuff. And then the smell was just disgusting. Everything about that day was just disgusting. I just felt so dirty. As soon as I got home, I just went to shower. It was just nasty. So you had to wear all these little aprons and juice got all on it. Like you wouldn't, you'd be barely touching it and stuff, and then by the time the whole entire lab experiment is over, you look down, you got all this juice on your apron. Where did this come from? So we over here, we had to rip the whole line of eyelashes off,
Mm-hmm.
and some of them stuck, so we had to pluck it out the what you call, and you could see like little tiny tiny holes where the eyelashes are stuck in,
Mm-hmm.
and then we had like,
I'd be like, who got one that ain't got no eyelashes on it?
and then like,
I give you $1 for trade.
you know, with the eyelashes comes like the eyelid.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to peel the eyelid off, and the eyelid, because it was soaking wet from the little juices and stuff, it was tearing apart. So we had to peel it off and try not to tear it apart. And, oh my god! And then we had to take like the little lens out and the cornea. The cornea is like this little long stringy thing, and we had to sit there and lay it out. Because in order for us to get our grade, we had to take every individual piece of the eyeball out that we had learned in our little light and how the eyeball perceives light unit. For us to get our grade, we had to take out every single piece next to the labels that was on the tray. And Mr. D. Kozlowski had to come by and give us our grade. So the cornea is like this little, it goes like around the eye. It was like this little long slimy thing. We had to set it out like that, and then they had little lenses and stuff